Hey gang, Jose with Homeboats and Travel, bringing you an update. Sorry it's been a while since I posted an update, but we took some serious hits from Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton. Uh, I'm here at Regatta Point Marina just doing a quickie walkthrough of the area, and you can see the damage. There's sunken boats around. We lost a lot of our finger piers and some of the docks are damaged. So it's going to take a while to get back. We were counting our blessings after Helene because we had some damage, but it was minimal damage, and a lot of our boats were fine. But after Milton, that turned into a completely different story. So let me give you a little walkthrough around here so you can see what's going on. This is my Hunter 41 DS that I had done the video on. This boat was for sale, and of course the sale canceled. The owner unfortunately had let his insurance lapse, so it's going to be a total loss on this boat. We still got to figure out how we're going to get it off the dock because it took half of our finger pier with it. You can see up here where the shrouds shaved the sail and the forestay of this Beneteau. Our 425 Catalina also had damage. I'll show you a picture of that. You can see how the forestay is on one side of the pole and the mast is on the other. The other is right outside the marina. About a 42-foot motor yacht sank at anchor during the storm. This whole area got damaged. All the finger piers washed out. Same down here. You can see how the dock is gone. The finger piers were damaged, so it's going to take some time to rebuild. Over there, right over here. Let's see if I can zoom in. More of the docks are damaged. So Marine has been doing a great job just moving boats around while they're going to a rebuild mode to get us back on our feet. You can see another motor yacht that sank. That sailboat, it looks like they're pumping the water out. I'll show you a little bit more in other areas. Well, I'm at Tropic Isles Marina. That's where I have my boat. Also, Capt. Blankenship's boat is here. So taking a look at the damage for the first time since the whole hurricane show started, I haven't been able to check on the boat because the community had a ton of damage. We're dealing with insurance claims and all that fun stuff we have to do after a storm. But every day is a new day, and I'm here finally to take a look at Reverie and see how things look. So let's check it out. So for Hurricane Helene, this fence you see here was completely underwater. We had about 8 foot of storm surge. That tank was partially submerged. We had about 3 feet of water on the wall here next to the marina store. Now we didn't lose our ramp to our fuel dock. All this damage that we have here now was caused by Milton. Milton ripped that platform, which was connected here. You can see how the wind lifted that up and tore it like a piece of paper. So we have to, luckily we didn't lose our fuel dock, but we're gonna have to have everything checked, on the fuel and the pump and everything else, and gets somebody to rebuild a hookup platform so we can move that back in its proper place. But that ended up there just from the wind. our marina took some hits here. You can see it here. When we opened those doors, we had about 8 inches of water still inside during Helene. Our bait well and all of that got trashed. This is Captain Danny Blankenship's boat, and it took some damage on the starboard side. You can see here where, I guess the wind was pushing the boat against this rail here, and it was shaving and cutting into it. Luckily, it was just the anchor, and that didn't take some damage. Over here, you can see the rubbing against the dock. Hit the rub rail and parts of the cap. You can see how the piling is shaved. Both of these from the boat rubbing against it. So it took some damage right along. Thankfully, it was just the rub rail and the cap, so those things can be repaired. The boat itself is in good shape. Okay, walking to check on Reverie. After Helene, we only had a little bit of rub rail damage. That was it. But this storm, it pulled the pilings on the back. You can see where the water line is or was. Now it's pulled out of out of the bottom, and it's leaning towards the boat. I guess it hit. The boat got blown into the piling and damaged the framing for the solar panels. I can see a pipe on the back. Our grill got completely demolished because it hit the other pole. Luckily, I don't see a lot of damage. I'm gonna pull it in so I can get on board and check things out. All right, so I pulled it at an angle so I can get close enough to get on board. So let's see if I can do this without dropping anything. Fenders back out. They got floated and blown over. Okay. Panels seem to be in good shape. Grill back there got completely trashed. Here, I may be able to reset. All right, it looks like I'm gonna get that hooked up again. Framing looks relatively good. That pipe completely got bent, so I have to get a new end, but the pipe seems to be okay, so I'll be able to reuse that. Our grill got bent and damaged, and we lost one of our platforms. So I was going to take those off anyway. It's dangling right there. So I have to borrow a dinghy or something and get back there and unscrew that so I can get it on board the boat. I think the grill protected the boat, so that on the platform took the brunt of it, and we seem to be okay. Here, this line went under that metal cap, so I need to get that out of there. So I'll work on that here in a sec. Everything else seems to be, for the amount of wind we had, this girl took it in stride, so I'm pretty pleased. Let's take a look inside and see how we're doing. Oh wow. Well, Uh, that's our inside. Uh, Looks like everything got tossed around during the storm. Everything fell off the settees. The oven got knocked over, but so that should be okay. I'll check that in a sec. So let's get inside. Okay, that didn't get broken. It must have been shaking really hard for all this stuff to shift. I had left that open after Helene to dry things out. I don't see any water anywhere. So the tools ended up on the floor, but I'll clean that up. All right, I turned the cabin lights. My guess is the panels have been charging the batteries after the storms. We had so many days of shade, total shade, not a lot of sun whatsoever, that we drained the batteries after like, I'm gonna say about 5 days of just running the refrigerator and the fans just to keep moisture out of the boat. I don't see anything turning green, so we're in good shape there. No mildew. I just flipped the 12-volt system on. Lights are coming on, so that's in good shape. Let me pick up my kettle, put it back where it goes. So, we did good. So I'm gonna clean up the mess in here real quick. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get the engine, the dinghy motor davit off from under the solar. That normally wasn't supposed to get under the solar panel at all. So we'll see how we're doing there. It scratched it from underneath, but we'll see. One thing at a time. Oh, we got some water here on the head. It probably flew in from the scupper. It had to be pushed pretty hard to get in here, but not a big deal. We'll pump that out. All right, pump it right out. The V-berth had to get shaken out pretty bad because the hatch for the anchor locker got thrown out. We're in good shape. All right, let me keep picking up all the boxes and getting this cleared out so we can get around it. All right, just picked up a little bit, looking much better already. Get all the fans running. I'm gonna go outside and see. I'm gonna straighten up the mess out here a little bit. Okay, so just completed some quickie repairs on Reverie, just to get things settled and a little cleaner. Ran the engine for a little bit to charge the engine start battery. That one only charges from alternator or the shore power. Right now we have no electricity on shore power, so we are relying on our solar and to charge the regular batteries, the house bank, but the engine battery charges from shore power or the engine alternator only. So a couple things. Let me show you what we did here. I was able to remove the davit for the dinghy motor. The grill is all warped and out of shape, so that's toast. That's going to be broken up. You can see how it pulled the handles out. I was able to remove this bracket here, so then I can lift the whole solar panels frame. But we have damage on the solar panel from the dinghy davit. It sliced through the panel, so I'm gonna have to get another panel. I got to see how much charge for I'm getting from the single panel, and and see if this, I mean, this even with that may still be generating some power, which is good. I reattach. Luckily, this was just the screw came out of the base of the frame, so set it back up, put the screw back on, tighten it up. The frame is straight, it didn't bend, so that part is good. On this side, I was able to just spin this bracket around enough so I can reattach the tube for now and provide some support for the frame. So we're okay for now. But you can see how the wind and the action and hitting the pylons and all that good stuff just bent the stainless steel. So I have to replace these two parts and reattach the support so the frame is in good shape again. Other than that, this metal stainless steel caps that people put on over the tow rails, if you're not going to take care of the wood, don't waste your time, because all that does, it becomes a knife as the wood deteriorates here. So you're going to catch your lines, you're going to slice through them. So either do the job right and change the tow rail, or remove it completely, not have it at all. But don't just add stuff to it just to save time and try to pretend that you fix something. On this side, good news is none of our aft rail got bent, but you can see on our pole all the damage from the scraping. You can see it right there. That was from the boat, the grill and the back platform rubbing against the pole. Luckily, that's the only two things that got damaged. If we look back here, I took the platform. You see that little white platform over there? That got completely pulled out. So I took it apart and took the Weaver davit base out of it. So I have a little bit of a gash down there, nothing deep. I just got the gel coat scratch. But I got to take the remaining supports, and that's a two-man job. Somebody has to be inside holding the knot. Other than that, the framing for the solar panels held up really well. It's not bent, so we were able to reset it pretty quickly. And our grill took the brunt of it, so sacrifice well spent, because Reverie is in good shape. So we're very thankful, very blessed. As you see the video, you saw in the video, I showed you about some of the Helene experience and some of the Milton experience. Luckily, our boats survive. On that side, that's Captain Danny Blankenship's. You've seen his Facebook channel. He does a lot of deliveries. He took some damage, but nothing major. Primarily the rub rail, which in his boat is wood, and the cap, which is also wood. So I'm sure he'll be. He's a great carpenter, so I'm sure he'll make it look like new in no time. Reverie, we're in great shape. We just have to give it a little cleanup, adjust a couple of parts, and maybe get a new panel, and we're back in business. So we will be sharing more videos going forward, now that we're slowly getting things put back together. And we're Floridians. This is what we do. We take the licks and fix and keep on going. You can't give up 95% of your life living in this beautiful water for the 5% of the time that you have to deal with a storm. So stay positive, stay strong. Those of you who are watching that suffer damage from Helene and Milton, our prayers go to you. Hopefully you'll get assistance like we've been getting for our community, and be able to get back on your feet soon. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.